Mother, how are you? Elizabeth, Patricia, hi guys, how are you? For the first time I'm speaking to you guys in bed. I'm not in bed exactly, I'm sitting on the couch. Hey, Uncle Roy, how are you, Uncle Roy? Hey, I see you, Ruramai. Where are you, Ruramai? Genuinely, Kathy, how are you, dear? Yes, Patricia, so am I. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of resting. Guys, I have a very important topic today that we need to talk about. You know, a very, very important topic. Very, very. Endurance, how are you? How are you? Nyasha Mabasa, how are you, darling? Guys, I see you. Hmm. Guys, today I have a very, very, very important topic that I want to talk to you guys about. Um, yes, Ruramai, I'm looking for. Yeah, actually, my partner in crime, so. Okay. Nyasha Mabasa, how are you? Evangelist Sarah, how are you today? So, guys, today I want to talk about the situation in Zimbabwe, especially on the victims of the cyclone. How do you pronounce that? Because me, I'm not very educated. I kind of like find it very difficult to pronounce some of these words. Let me see that. Okay. Here I am in full me. Ramai, I need to add you on, so please exit and come back so I can be able to add you. Teresa, how are you, darling? Um, okay. Uh, Elizabeth, how are you, my dear? Oh, sorry. Where is that? Where is that? Here. Mm. Hey, Teterua. Teterua, you're not looking for me. Are you serious? Hey, let me keep. Not feeling well again.
Hi.
You've forgotten me. Hello, darling. How are
Excellent.
you?
Look, I'm not going to show my face. Ndingadzinwe
Why?
basa.
Why?
Yeah, yeah. So we can talk. I'm just
Okay.
overwhelmed in a situation yekumba, to be honest.
Yeah.
To see solidarity yaitwa nevanhu, it just brings back the Zimbabwean spirit that we grew up with.
That we
To
grew
see
up with,
kuti we are
yes.
our brother and our sister's keeper, because vanhu havana kuudzwa zvekuita. They didn't wait kuti government iri kuita sei. They just got up and grabbed whatever that they could see, vakaendesa kuma-central point and keep the things moving. And I think ndokukura kwatakaita, if we don't just try to mix politics, national disasters akadai. So because sometimes we end up forgetting these natural disasters have been happening over the years. Hazvina kutanga kuitika nhasi, especially that
Mm.
area yanachani iri kumaside kwemamozambique. It's always truck, sometimes anasave inozara yoputsikira kumamisha, kuma-areas, kuma-suburb, kwagara kunana vhumba kunoitika most of these things. For some people that
Mm.
actually didn't know, because tanga tisina internet
Mm.
those days, vanhu vanotrama pictures like they are doing now, but these disasters do happen. So I think it's one of those things that us as Zimbabweans, we can learn a lot from this, because for the past maybe 5 years or 10 years, we've just been fighting each other through political parties and actually really, really hated each other so much. You know,
which is very sad that we just end up hating each other for no apparent reason. You know, politics shouldn't create a barrier between us. Politics shouldn't create a hatred between us. Politics should actually bring us together. If you support your political party, you support your political party, but at the end of the day, we meet at home, we are one family. Sarah, it's very important to realize that we should not allow politics to control how we feel. We should not allow politics to control what we think and how we think it. We should not allow politics to divide us. You know, ukaenda kuEurope muchinovhota nhasi vanhu vanovhota in peace, hautombozoti kwavhotwa nhasi. You know, people will just go voting.
Political opposition leaders in like in UK, you see kuti zvoni vanhu they actually meet after parliament, have drinks, go into the foyer, have a meal together. So I think apa tiri kuda kuti tinzwisise chinhu one chekuti since this disaster happened, we've noticed kuti isusu as people we get along. We can actually understand kuti chii chinonzi munhu, upenyu hwemunhu hwakakosha to which extent. Tikazviunderstanda kuti izvozvo even in the terms of us dealing some political situations, we also need to understand the same concept yatashandisa paaidha ipapo kuti upenyu hwemunhu hwakaita sei hwakakosha. So whether situation yaitika from this other side or to that other side, ngatingoita solidarity. Tikaramba tine spirit yatinayo from this point onwards, we'll be able to sort it out. I've seen a lot of people vanga vachinyora kuti hanzi hatina kupiwa mari nema-Western countries and all that. I think in a way that is ningirikini inonzi chi vanhu vema-Western world know Zimbabwe.
Counterproductive. You know, these Westerners, they don't really care.
It's counterproductive to always think that we as a nation, every little thing that happens, we look worst.
We look worst.
Kuti hanzi ungavatipe mari. Varegedza kukupai mari, but what they have done, because they know that Zimbabweans are capable. They know that Zimbabwe is full of a lot of educated people, and they know kuti as a nation hatizi nyika yakakura stereka, hatina that large population. But if tikabvisa confusion iri among us, we are capable kuti tite zvinhu zvine musoro. And taona zvinhu izvozvo zvichiitika during this time. And yeah, always in a community, you find a lot of people that comes and pick on the petty things and bring out my issues. Confusion. They steer confusion into the community. They bring animosity into the community. They actually sprout arguments within the community. And these beings, they strive to make sure kuti zvinhu izvozvo zvaitika. Vana vanomuka every day makuseni, if something doesn't happen, chinoita kuti vanhu vatukane, vanonotsvaga nyaya idzodzo kuma-newspaper kupi, something to just mock and bring that negativity. Pagonekwa, tinofanira kupota tichiti apa pagonekwa, ngatikanei kuti zvifambire mushe. Obviously, it's fine. ZANU yapindawo munhingirikini mupower 6 months. Vachiri kurifa chabla makabinets avo pachinawo zvimwe zvinhu zvinenge zvichiitika. As much as I'm not supporting the party, but at the end of the day, it doesn't mean kuti I will stand and say kuti no, panenge pagonekwa ndongoti just because izanu aiwa zvakashata. Hatidi kuti tidaro, which is what I always say kune vanhu kuti ma-political parties akafanana nema-football team. Kana uchisapota yaunosapota kana ikadofora, unoramba uchiisapota kusvika zvapera part.
You know. But my take on that one is, guys, even if it's ZANU-PF, even if it was MDC, even if it was ZANU Ndonga, whichever political party that would be in power at that particular time, we should all just have that Ubuntu love where we just come together, join hands and help whoever is in power to make things happen. you know. The unity that I've seen in the last few days has shocked me. It has shocked me that Zimbabweans can actually be united like this. You know,
it is so overwhelming to see good people. I think that's the spirit that like I said, it brought back the memories because that's how we grow up. Even, like in the 80s, in the early 80s, just after Zimbabwe got its independence,
independence.
this is how we actually lived. We would know kuti
Have a
amai avo
community together,
vepamba vakaregedza basa, baba veapo vakaregedza basa, amai veuko vanobvawo chikafu voendesa uko. These things were done quietly, and we never actually used to know as kids kuti these parents are supporting each other quietly. And this is the spirit that we have seen today, which sort of like, in a way, they say pese panoitika chakashata paroda kuuya chinhu chakanaka. There's always something nice that's coming out.
Do you know something? Unoziva kuti kudhara waiti ukapererwa nesauti unongoenda next door unokumbira sauti womva wotobika, kana ukapererwa nehupfu unoenda panext door unokumbira hupfu, and there was nothing wrong with it. These days unotanga wambofunga kuti vanosapota patipi vepanext door kana kuti it's not necessary. Guys, the unity I've seen in the last few days yandishoka, yandibata mapatsi chaiyo kuti we are actually a united person. We are actually very united as a country. But then I don't know, tinozoraska papi.
Like I said, there's just a handful. Nekuti most of these things happens by social media. It's just a handful of people. Vanofarira confusion, and they can steer into the confusion. And there's always cheerleaders that comes as well and cheer on. Of which I condone, because apart from my government, attitude trying to sort out my differences and things that they're sorting out, isusu as Zimbabwean citizens, we are forgetting who we are in the process. We are actually forgetting that spirit that we bring, of which kuti isusu as human beings tikatanga kuzvida. If we start loving ourselves, even my leaders achona, they will find direction yekuita certain things. But the problem is my leaders are confused kuti my citizen edu ari kude chivese from both parties. They're both confused because mangwana we are so unpredictable these days, of which back in the days the country had a bit of order because things were in order, because residents were orderly as well, citizens were orderly, they followed the law, they followed things that were happening. But now I think takuita mbavha dzauya mukati medu as Zimbabweans. Mbavha idzi dzinoshandisa political situations kuti vaite zvinhu zvakashata, and these are most people that are walking and roaming around in the streets of Zimbabwe, and they do it in the name of MDC yakazoti zvakati vobawo, ZANU yakazoti zvakati vobawo. Saka these people kuti vaite zvinhu zvavada kuita, they have to justify their actions, and it all falls back into government yatadza zvakati, Chamisa anopenga, Mnangagwa anopenga. Now my leaders, I am sorry, yavo ya heavy. They don't even know which direction should we take because this is happening.
It's so sad. We've remained takaongana takasungirana godo rekuti hatisi kuziva kuti zviri kumbofamba sei kana kuti zviri kumbogadziriswa sei. We've remained tisina direction. I think time has come where we need to actually stop our politicians from kutukana chaiko pakukampena. Kana uchikampena kuside kwako shamwari, kampenera kuside kwako musatukane, because pavanotukana paipaka, that's where we also get involved and start insulting each other, which is not necessary. The unity must prevail.
That says Butanzi, like mother like son, or like mother like daughter, or like father like son, or whatever. So when your leaders start throwing, like you're saying, mashedi wayo, you are now encouraging each other. Kutiji imimi sema supporters who were having a go at each other. But my leaders vakatanga kungo, when they come out to address my situations, I will stick to your group. Talk about things, bring things. Don't look kutanzi kumushakwana ningi kurukuitwa shakati. Just stick to whatever you're doing. Never navako mpati mako.
Talk about things that are affecting the country, not things that are affecting individuals.
Exactly. Saka vanhu kana vadaro, because ezvinezvika we are spending too much time arguing who is doing better with the party and all that, but the people that are being forgotten in the process are the citizens of Zimbabwe. Isusu vacho ndisu tine hama dziri kuaffectwa, ndisu tine vana vari kutambudzika, ndisu tine ana mbuya varohwa necyclone, ndisu tine nani. Saka you see what has happened. I think sometimes God brings these disasters to awaken us. Yes, people have lost homes, they have lost this, but it has to take something drastic that can wake up people. Kuti vafunge kuti chii chatiri kumboita suddenly, you know, this is happening. Chii chatiri kumboita isusu as people were spending too much time. Tichita say, tichingopopotedzana, going back and forth, but nothing is actually coming out of it. So now you see kuti that disaster brought the whole country together. And in this time, this is the time that we can see the true spirit of Zimbabweans. We can see the true spirit of leadership. And leadership doesn't have to do with kuti president kana kuti opposition president. It's got nothing to do with Mnangagwa or Chamisa. It has everything to do with ourselves, because we are supposed to be our brother or our sister's keeper. So as long as someone are vulnerable at the moment, you are a leader because you are capable and you can just do zvaunokwanisa kuti iwewe uite wega. Yes, vamwe vanenge variko sometimes leaders waya anotoshayawo clue futi, vanenge vachishaya clue. Saka we can't always expect. That's why I always say kuti sometimes it's hard kuti most people that argue, they were born post-election, independence. They never actually witnessed Zimbabwe, one before it got its independence, and Zimbabwe after it had got its independence. So they don't have a feel of understanding what it's like to be Zimbabwean, because vakazvarwa muera manga mantone chaos kudhara. But if you're coming from
sorry.
Saka kana wakazvarwa kubva kuma-60s, 70s, early 70s uchiuya, you would have witnessed what Zimbabwe was just before independence, and you can know what it was like to be a Zimbabwean, because a Zimbabwean will never stand and tuka Zimbabwean. Muzimbabwean aifukidza, Muzimbabwean aisapota, Muzimbabwean would never talk about nhamo yemwe munhu and celebrate and jubilant. Zimbabwean but now what we are seeing is that hatred, because the borders have separated us. Some people got opportunities, some people didn't get opportunities. But now we've got that spirit of thinking, or people that got opportunities, maybe they were connected to A, B, C, D, or what. Why can't you? What stops you from picking your phone call and saying, "Nai Edith, mazuva ano zvinhu zvako zviri kukufambira, shamwari ndibatsirewo." Ndokukura kwatakaita isusu.
You know, you find we now have no time. We now spend most of our time looking at what is happening in somebody's life, wanting to denigrate, degrade, and insult each other senselessly. It's not necessary, you know. People can actually live in peace, can live with one love. Why do we have to go and start digging? Why do we have to go and start saying our MDC, our ZANU-PF, our Chi? It's not necessary. We are all Zimbabweans. We are one family. Let us just look at each other as we are, not as who wants us to be. You understand? I feel sorry for those that actually spend 99.9% of their time trying to waste their time. Aiwa, imbomira kutsvaga kuti apa pari kufamba sei, apa pari kufamba sei. Imboenda unotsvaga kuti in your life iwewe, is there any place where you can fix where there is a problem? Because ukaona uchingoswera uchitenderera uchinoti ava ndeve MDC, ava ndeve ZANU-PF, ava ndeve Chi, vakazodai. You have nothing better to do, you know. Find something better to do.
And
find God in your life. You know, stop trying to make people's lives a misery. Find God, you know. In Shamari Unity, and I want the same around here, and you shock. I don't want to lie to you. And it's been a long time since we saw something like this in Zimbabwe.
I think it's God reflecting, taking us back. You guys were Zimbabweans before anything else happens, and this was the Zimbabwean spirit. Spirit yedu yekubatsirana, yekusupportana, yekuitirana, you know, zvinhu zvakanaka all the time. It was like that. But what has gotten into people these days it's like Vanu, they are so interested in studying each other. Back in the day, we were interested in finding opportunities that can help other people. People were being so creative.
Yeah, you lose opportunities ga dzekuti ndauya kwauri ndasvika kuti naidhi yako apa uri kumbopafambisawo sei ndimbodzidzawo apa uri kumbopafambisawo sei nhai ndine kaidhia kangu aka unokwanisa kundibatsirawo here kugadzirisa kaidhia kangu aka so that it can start making sense. Unenge uchingotenderera uchinotsvaga mapunda ari kumeso kwangu, unenge uchinotenderera uchinotsvaga kuti ndakapfeka bvudzi rakareba sei, kana kuti nhasi ndakapfeka dhirezi rakashata sei, kana kuti ndakapfeka aiwa kanhu vedu venhai vedu ve stop it, you know. We here today, we are talking about people that were affected by the cyclone Ida, right? So let's talk about that, because that is what's more important for us right now. What's more important for us right now is the unity that's in Zimbabwe. The one thing that I want to talk about today is unity chete amongst people, just unity and love, just having that love yokuti ndada mai vari pa next door imba yavo yapwanywa nemvura saka ndinofanirwa kuti ndiende ndinovabatsirawo apa paita warara panze, can they come and sleep in my living room? Just that ubuntu love. Unoziva hanzi God is love, handiti just that godly love yokuti ungoratidza rudo.
Exactly.
That's how we were.
I mean,
you know,
what I've learned over the years was if you spread love,
oh yes. It looks like you're gone. Pat, are you there? Are you there? Anyway, guys, today I'm just
Connecting.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
I'm fine.
I've
So,
missed you.
I miss you too. How's our baby?
Baby's growing.
So, am I the godmother?
Oh yes, of course.
I'm definitely the godmother. Oh, great. So, what about this hurricane?
So I'm saying, that this hurricane is not in Zimbabwe.
Yeah. I need to get my earphones. Let me just go upstairs and get my earphones. Because I'm on an iPhone. So when you're iPhone to iPhone, for some reason I thought Facebook fixed that bug, but they haven't. Let me just get my earphones.
Okay.
1 minute. So, sorry. Oh.
Anyway, so we're talking about the
add me back. Add me back. Add me back.
Okay, so guys, today we are just talking about the love that we've seen Zimbabweans share in the last few days. Paitika Tsaona Yaitcam Zimbabwe, just the love that Zimbabweans have been able to share, the love that Zimbabweans have actually been able to portray. I'm in bed, you know. So, guys,
As you were saying, yeah.
Hi. I was saying, you know, I'm so amazed, Ruramai, at the amount of love that I've seen Zimbabweans share in the last few days.
Yeah, we've been very, apart from the mishaps of people trying to tell us that our government is not doing enough, but when you look at Harare and see how people were going about their business and helping to pack clothes for people, it's quite touching. You know, it's really nice.
It is.
It's very,
yeah. It is. And I don't want to lie to you, I'm speechless. I never thought I would see the day that Zimbabweans would actually come together in one love for good, you know. I've only sat and watched as we insult each other on Facebook, as we tell each other how ugly and fat and rubbish we are. And
Yeah,
you
we're
know,
very good at
I've
that.
not really, you understand, I've not really seen the amount
Yeah.
of love I've seen this last few days. This love is just something else, you know. It's
It
just
is.
something else.
I suppose if it carries on, it'll make us unite. You know, normally a tragedy has to happen within a family for us to realize that we are one. You know, so in a way, what has happened has made us realize Zimbabwe is for us all. Together, we can make it. But hopefully, I hope the president can hear from this and try to unite the people, not politics, but to unite the people of Zimbabwe, not the political
I
side.
think at the moment it's very important for the president to focus on uniting the people of Zimbabwe as a whole. You know, the people need to
Yeah.
unite. And, you know, when we unite together, you know, together we stand, and, you know, united we can actually stand, but divided we'll continuously fall. We can actually rebuild the country from just being united, you know,
Yeah.
from just being united. And I think
Yeah.
the president needs to learn from what has just transpired and from what he has seen happen in the last few days. The president needs to learn and actually be able to say, okay, this is the direction that we're supposed to go. You know, we need to start listening to the people. And sometimes again, complaints are ngatiregedze kuati macomplaints akubva kune vanhu veMDC, because hakuna munhu anonzi munhu weMDC kana kuti munhu weZANU-PF.
No.
Tese tiri maZimbabweans, you know.
Yeah, we're
If
all Zimbabwe.
munhu ari kuMDC achicomplaina kuti there's a problem within the country, let's hear it. Let's look at what the complaint is all about. Let's examine it. Let's work at it. Let's actually fix the problem. You know, wherever the problem is, let's try and fix it, you know. Let's try and fix it and make sure that we work towards the progression of the country, rather than kuti tinoswera tichitenderera tichiita dilly here, there, then. No, we need to unite. We definitely need to unite in order for us to be able to move the country forward, you know. Otherwise, we're just going to continue to fight and fight and fight and fight again.
I think political grounds are there in order for us to have a checkpoint. However, amongst our own political leaders and our own political understanding, we still need to have that mutual respect for one another. You know, there's no point of us insulting each other and stuff like that. We are still divided when it comes to politics. You know, that's not a problem, but sometimes we need to understand we are one people, you know, and have the respect to debate without fighting. But when you look at you know, at what is happening in Chimanimani, the place has changed completely. You know, when you hear a little child, I thought he was smiling, but he was actually saying something very painful, you know, that he doesn't even know where his younger siblings, his friends from school are, the teachers are not coming. This child was overwhelmed by so much, but his face was like smiling, but yeah.
We've got Jonah here who says Viva Zimbabwe, and our neighbors, and he's from Kenya, and he also supports the African agenda. We just need to come together and become one. We just need to talk about what is affecting the people, not what is affecting individuals, what is affecting the countries, not what's affecting political parties. Because if you look at what's affecting political parties, we get lost along the way. We lose the trail, and we actually lose the narrative of actually making the country better. But if we definitely focus on what is actually happening within the country, you'll find we will actually have the actual narrative of the status quo and the situation in the country, and we can actually be able to fix the problems in the country. You know, we can actually be able to fix the problems in the country.
United we stand, you know, separate, divided we fell. And I feel it's very difficult.
And another thing, Ruramai, that I want us to talk about, and if you go live as well, you need to talk about, is that other countries like America, England, all these Western countries, they don't overexpose their countries the way we Africans expose our countries to the rest of the world. dig right in the
Not
bush to go
Africans,
look for what
Auntie.
a little problem that's in your country and you throw it on CNN. But America does not do that. America will tell you, good, there is now a fewer deaths, there's now what, but you don't know just how many people are dying in America on a daily basis. You don't know how much crime is going on in America on a daily basis. You don't know how many people are suffering from hunger in America on a daily basis. Now, isusu tinge we demonize each other. Uyazodai ndini inga ameno is a demon. Let's stop demonizing each other and just start looking at let's start looking at ways of bettering the countries and forget about the demons. You know, we need to stop punishing the image of our countries, period.
Yeah, because the negative doers are the ones who causes most of the damage. Because if I sit around and I say, oh my God, my country's bad, I'm actually putting negative energy instead of positive energy. You know, we should always be looking for, you know, constructive criticism for our leaders in order to enhance their growth. But if I sit here and I decide that, you know what, I'm just going to be bashing mentality, thinking, you know, 2023 is around the corner. But guess what? 2023, if we do not do anything positive in the country, we have missed an opportunity for another generation, as I keep on saying.
And hear me, Ruramai. If we don't change the narrative of ZANU-PF come 2023, we might end up actually losing the election. You know, we need to change the narrative. We need to start listening to the people. We need to start valuing what everybody is saying, no matter which political party they are coming from.
Sorry, that's why I didn't want to call. I wanted to answer this person, but they keep on ringing. But go on, I've cut them, but that's fine. Go on.
Okay. I'm saying we need to stop looking at a problem, you know, complain and say this is an MDC problem, or this is what problem. A Zimbabwean problem, the Zimbabwean problem. When a Zimbabwean child
I hope it's not
hear the child
calling
crying,
again.
you know, and let us give each other the respect and the honor that we all deserve, and let us actually all look at the situation the way it is. Let's look at it raw. Let's forget about looking at political parties with Indiana in power or who's doing what way. Let's look at the situation raw as it is. Like, for an example, the doctors complaining. You understand? Let's look at why the doctors are complaining. Is there anything that can be done? Let's not say the doctors are being instigated by who or by opposition or anything of that sort. But you and me know that they are not being instigated. They are fed up. Let's look for a solution to help them.
Let's look for better working conditions for us.
Exactly. Let's stop this whole blame game. You know, let's stop the whole blame game, period. Change the narrative of the political party, change the narrative for the country, and you actually realize that Zimbabwe can be a very sweet country.
Yeah, for all of us to living and to enjoy, like in the past. But we cannot look, you know, the past is gone. We cannot look at certain leaders in a way. We need to learn to respect our leaders as well. And that's one thing I've noticed that is proper missing amongst our people.
The Bible does tell us to respect these political leaders, you know. The Bible itself tells us to respect them, no matter how horrible they are.
Yeah, no matter, a leader is a leader. You know, certain things people they make more hard decisions than you and I in our household. So we tend not to realize that as leaders, they are the best. Joe, there's a guy called Jonah. He says he wants Ondike. I think he sounds Igbo. Ondieki. It sounds Igbo. Because that's not Zimbabwean. He says he wanted to basically put a point in terms of what he hears. But, you know, in terms of what has happened, I'm quite proud of our people, because we basically internally, you know, when I remember 2000, the last what's it called? The last cyclone between Mozambique and Zimbabwe in the same region in 2000, you know, Mozambique was not really able to contain itself because a lot of people died. And I remember, you know, watching on BBC News saying, what about the richer countries like Zimbabwe? Can't they give them planes in order for these people to be evacuated? And Zimbabwe at that time, we had a lot of tension with the UK. But I thought of us as people who were capable of setting, you know, of helping others. And I'm glad that our people have managed to import this into action and to show that we are, we are emotional as Africans. We can do it for ourselves, even though we are asking for aid and stuff like that. But within, we've managed to get clothes, everything, under those sanctions that we're suffering. Is that your phone? Under those sanctions that we're going through, we have completely managed to, to get there.
I was in Nigeria some time back, Ruramai, when one of the officials, they said to me, Zimbabwe, at that time, Zimbabwe had been living under sanctions for 16 years. He said to me, it was very, very commendable that Zimbabwe had managed to sustain itself for 16 years under these gruesome sanctions. Some countries, people would have died a lot, but, our country managed to sustain. Having said that, at the particular moment, we want to commend every Zimbabwean that came out and helped those people. We want to commend every Zimbabwean that just came out and joined hands and showed the maximum love. We have got to bring back that love in the country. We have got to bring back the unity into the country. We are one person. Let's just learn to love one another. You understand? Let's just learn to forget the political barriers. Let's forget the political parties. Let's just be one. Because at the end of the day, what happens when we continuously fight? What happens? What do we gain from fighting? We gain nothing. The people that are instigating us to fight, they're busy coming into our countries to invest $10 and they walk away with $100 after investing $10. And we are fighting over nothing, over breadcrumbs, when they're coming to take the best. You understand? We need to stop fighting. This whole fighting spirit has to get out of our system. This whole syndrome of insulting each other is got to get out of our system, and we've got to get up and start. Let's get counted. Let's start counting. Let's count each individual person as they are, and say, in Obama's words, yes, we can. We've got to be able to bring our country to the standard that we want the country to be in. And it's only us who can do it, not anybody else,
I agree with you. I concur on that one. I actually do. So in terms of going forward, what are you going to do, with our charity? Are you coming to dance for us on Saturday? I'd love to see you dance.
Trust me, you don't want to see me dance. I have a broken leg, so I can't dance. I'll dance next time.
Oh, what happened to your leg?
It's broken, accident.
Oh my God. So, but you don't need your legs to dance, you just need your hips.
Oh, really? Trust me. You don't want to see my big hip dance. You don't want to see my big hip shake. Unless you want all those politics to get dead.
Why not? Why not? I want to see those hips shake. How is our man?
He's fine.
How is our husband or my sister?
He's fine.
Are you cooking for him or my sister? Or are you cooking for him?
I've got a broken leg. How do I begin to cook? I'm in Singapore for work.
No.
I'm not in. I'm in Singapore.
You're no longer in Dubai.
No.
Ooh, what's that one from Singapore? I don't even know. Have you seen Grace there? Has she been back?
There's nothing nice, and I'm not even coming out of the hotel. All my meetings are held in my suite.
Oh gosh, I like this new natural look you've got there. Did you? I saw you doing a peel. Did that work though? Was that effective? The peel you're doing?
It's working a little. Let me see after maybe 6 peels.
Okay, but how many, in terms of that, how many, what do you have to do? Like how much do you have to do it?
My friend, let's not talk about facial expressions here. Let's talk about politics.
I have to talk about facial because I need to go off topic and come back and go off topic. I'm not very good at putting makeup, but I try my best. I'm trying to do a dry contour.
I'm Western here.
I
miss
do it like this.
How's Mushana? I really miss Mushana big time. How is he?
He's now going by a new name, but he doesn't like people knowing it. And I don't know. He's just gone all over the place.
I miss Mshana, seriously. But guys, anyway, on a more serious note, guys, let's commend each other for the love and support that we've seen Zimbabweans giving to the victims of Ida. Let us continue with the same love. Let us for a minute put aside all the hatred, bitterness, and diabolic mind that the devil had implanted in us, where we sought to bring each other down at all costs. You know, let's just all say the devil is a liar. Let's fight to join hands and actually just be there for each other as Zimbabweans, you know. And to all my girls out there, guys, stop this business of doing each other, you know. Every human being is created by God, and everyone was created in God's image. Let's stop the fighting. Let's actually just promote the love, you know. Let's promote the love. The love I've seen in the last few days, I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed that actually Zimbabweans can actually get along like that. It brings hope in some of us, you know. It brings hope that there is actually it brings hope in some of us that there is actually the love. Nick Case, yes, how are you, darling? It brings
God,
hope.
Nick, what are you doing with that woody?
No, don't comment. Don't. I'm very well, thank you, darling. I'm very, very well, thank you. I am as fabulous as I can be. Okay, Case? Thank you very much for the comment or for the greeting. Okay?
Okay. He wants to be your sugar. He wants to be your Ben 10. I'm joking. Nick Case is a goodie. He's a good friend of mine.
Nick Case, I'm going to kill you. Anyway. Jonah, I would be very happy and I'll be very glad to receive you in Zimbabwe to come and actually commend the Zimbabweans for the resilience. But having said that, guys, I'm calling on all of us,
including MDC.
Everybody. What is MDC? There's no MDC, there's no ZANU-PF, there's just Zimbabweans. I'm just calling on all Zimbabweans to maintain the love. Let's maintain the peace. Let's maintain, you know, let's try and bring back the godly love, the godly culture that we had before. Let's try and work towards bringing Zimbabwe back to the bread basket of Africa. Let's try and work at being those people that and you take it off and you carry it for the elderly woman all the way to her house. You find your neighbors now, you take a cup in your house and you give. You know, a long time ago, people used to actually, in the community, people would donate for Mariro Yewanu, you know.
They still do.
People will collect cooking oil. People will collect money for somebody's funeral. We need to go back to that culture and forget all this nonsense that people are doing, you know.
Yeah. Okay, Nick, we heard you.
I love you too, Nick. I love you too. You know.
Okay, we heard you. Yeah.
Oh, Jonah would love to come on our show. Jonah, we will bring you on when Ruramai is live. We will add you on to speak.
I'm doing a live today for my charity and to announce our dance. And you know, Linda Brooks will be dancing for us. I hope she is. And Bridget said she'll be dancing for us. And anyone else who's a good dancer can come dance, because I can't dance.
Linda Brooks better dance for us. She has to.
I like her when she's dancing. Right. And then we can do an update in terms of what has happened for the money victims. And, you know, thank you for your support, guys. You've been good sports on Facebook, and, you know, you've taken it with humor, because, you know, sometimes
it looks like
people did not die. You do not have to be. I've messed up one of my eye. I get into trouble for this from the makeup people. I'm not very good at doing makeup, you know. So this is my simple face, because I didn't use any foundation. All I did was use my MAC powder, Studio Fix, to start off with. And then I just used a bit of concealer, which is just the light one, NC 45, which is only £16 and it's MAC. I think it's £16, and
Nete,
it's like a stick.
are you talking to me or Ruramai?
Yeah. No, you, not me. She's talking to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
And
Thank you
then
very
I
much.
bought this control trio from Iman online, and it's powder-based control. So you can actually use it to highlight without putting too much makeup. Okay. What did she say? Yeah. So do you want to, Pat said that she was cut off. Hello,
Okay.
anyway. So I was just showing some people what I did on my face, but that was not really the point. I'm just making it light, but we all know my sister loves makeup here.
Anyway, headline of the story is that we want to
Mm-hmm.
commend Zimbabweans for coming together for the victims of Ida. We want to actually plead with Zimbabweans to maintain the same love, no matter which political party you come from, no matter where you come from. We want to promote the same love on every situation that is coming into the country. We want to actually bring that love all the way to a situation where the one on your right,
fashion.
the one on your right.
This one.
Yes.
That's my. Oh yeah, that would be your right because of the way you're looking at me. So,
Yeah.
right. So this is what feels so grand, Mac. Yeah, go on. I'm listening, Edith. Just carry on. I'm trying to find a lip liner.
Basically, like I'm saying, people, the love that we've shown as Zimbabweans is very important. The love that let's maintain the status quo. Let us forget the barriers of politics. Let us forget the political parties. Let us just remember that to start with, we are Zimbabweans, period. Whether you're from MDC, you're from ZANU-PF, you're from ZANU-Ndoga, you're from that crazy one, the one that wants to arrest ED, you're from any of these presidential candidates that want to become presidential material, whichever political party you come from. Whether Ruramai and me decides to form a political party and call it something, from whichever political party you come from, let us come together, unite, and love one another and support each other the way we just did. Is very, very, very important. And we can actually teach the Western world that they don't have to come to our country and rule and divide. We can actually rule them and divide them in their respective countries. Because they've ruled us and divided us for so long. It's time for us to, to pay back the, scratch my back and scratch yours. We now need to scratch their back as well and cause division in their own countries, but cause unity in our own.
Yeah. My Kiki's here. Hi, my Kiki.
Oh, yes,
hi, Jennifer.
We just have to love her, my Kiki. So, guys, I don't know if I deserve any loves and likes. I don't know if whatever I'm saying is going into anybody's head or if anybody's thinking about it. But for me, I think we need to unite. For me, I think we need to come together as one. For me, I think Zimbabwe, you've done a fantastic job of uniting on the Ida problem and actually making sure that we've helped each other without even going to start soliciting for aid from the rest of the world. People have just come together and done everything together as one. This is very commendable as far as I'm concerned. This is the nicest thing that anybody could do,
Yeah, we're very happy. I mean, a lot of good has come out of them bad. It shows deep down we are our brothers keepers. We're not really some people who just talk for the sake of talking. Right, is that better?
Oh, you look beautiful, darling. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
thank you.
Rachel, Rachel, I've missed you. Anyway, Msakwa, united we stand, divided we fall. I salute you anyway. United we stand, divided we fall,
Yeah. I think Jonah is actually your friend, not mine.
Oh, Jonah, I think he's my friend, yes.
Yeah.
Do you
want to add him just to hear what you might not be able to know who I am, so you can add him because he's a foreigner. So it's always nice to hear from us foreigners.
Okay. Well,
From a
let's do
foreign
this.
perspective.
Jonah, if you are there, request that we add you. If you are still there, can you type the word add, and then maybe we can add you just to hear what you've got to say. I've got to go. I need to actually now go and pray and sleep. I have got to pray and go and sleep.
Are you not Muslim?
Prayer. Huh? No.
Are you not?
Is it only Muslim that pray? Christians pray too.
You've changed.
Christians pray too. Oh no.
Well, I pray with my
time.
church. I pray with my church at 3 a.m. Sometimes I stay awake until 3 a.m. praying with them. My newfound Facebook church that I've joined,
Oh, really?
in Zimbabwe. Yeah, they come out for prayer at 3 a.m. So I tend to listen to it. I forgot what they're called.
When I also start,
Vakundi.
Pastor, we should start our own, prayer group.
I pray. Is he there? Has he come on yet, or he's disappeared?
No, I think he's disappeared. I can't see him.
Oh.
Jonah, if you are there, press add. If we see your add, we'll be able to drop Ruramai and add you. But if you don't press add,
we'll carry on, because I need to go outside first, and I have a meeting with someone. That's why I was doing my bit. Oh gosh, yeah, my handbag is downstairs. My car keys are on the door. But go on. I'm listening.
Okay. So, like I said, it was a very good thing that Zimbabweans came together. It is a very good thing that we continuously come together. And now it's a very good thing that we start thinking of how to again come together for the betterment of the country, for the development of the country. Guys, let us think about developing the country rather than think about who is ruling. Forget about who is ruling. For now, let's pack whoever is ruling. Let's pack whoever is ruling opposition. Let's think as Zimbabweans and rebuild our country ourselves,
Don't put Jecha. Jecha is not good.
You understand? Let us build ourselves, and we can do
You know
it.
what? I have lost a pair of my favorite boots I bought, and I don't know whether I left them at the cobbler's, or I have basically, I don't even know what I've done with them. This is actually mysterious to me, but go on. I'm just saying out of, I don't know.
So at the moment, I can't even think about shoes because I can't wear shoes. I've got a cast and one leg that just wears a slipper that just wears one shoe. So that's drama.
Oh my God. You need to, did you have so how are you going for massage and stuff to keep your leg?
No, not yet. The wound is still raw, so not yet at all. Not yet.
Okay. Yeah. So do you want to add someone, or do you want to come later on when I do my updates, which will be mostly around 5? Because I was going to do it early.
I'm gonna around 5 London time. I'll probably be, if I'm not so before you go live, just give me a tingle so that I can wake up because I'll probably be asleep. I'll probably be fast asleep by that time. Oh my God. Signor Muripano, gatuombere signor. Ruramai, ombera. Gatuombere signor. Ndovakuru venyika kashamwari ngatiombere yana signora ndomasvikiro enyika signora mururaitero.
Hello, Signor. Since I told him off, he doesn't talk to me directly anymore. He comes over. He's actually my husband.
I agree with you totally. Everybody needs to ditch the negative attitude. Everybody needs to ditch the criticizing attitude. Everybody needs to just start focusing on what is good for the country rather than what is good for each individual political party. Let us forget about individual political parties and just start thinking about what is in the best interest of the Zimbabwean people, the Zimbabwean people, not political parties, because if we continuously think about what's happening with political parties, we're never going to progress. We're never going to bring the country to where we want it to be, Once the leaders are doing their own bit, let us also do our own bit to make sure that the country gets to where it wants to get to,
Yeah, but we can't do it without uniting against the person who's been elected, because we need to come out of this bounds of thinking for the next 4 years we are going to be divided as a nation through one person who reckons to think he won an election. So therefore, we need to be listening to the leadership of the country rather than thinking we can fight the country, because that's where the problem is. The problem really, we could say we can unite, but some people are easily swayed. They listen to one particular person, and to them, that's okay to be negative, you know. Our social contract, we have got no issue within our social contract, you know, because we have already done enough in our social contract by looking after the people who have been affected by hurricane. We took everything aside. We looked at them as, oh, did they vote Zad or did they vote what? Many MDC people are busy organizing for the people Chimani. That's our social contract that we have amongst each other, is to help each other. So what we have is the broken from the social playground into a social divide. That's where the problem is, into, you know, within our you know, our community, we've divided our social contract, and we put another barrier between ourselves, which is partisan, isn't it?
Mm.
You know.
Yeah. So basically, my take on that one is, instead of us attacking whoever the leadership is, or instead of us looking at what the other leader is doing wrong, or what the other leader is doing right, or who won the election or who lost, we need to step aside a little and forget about what happened during the elections. Forget about, just think about the country as a whole. You know, think about the people. Think about what do the youth want? What do the children want? You understand? What do the women want? You know, in every country, whenever there is political drama, it's the women and children who suffer the most. And if you look at this situation that just happened now with the Ida, you find that again, it's women and children who suffer the most. Because women, if a flood is coming and is going to grab her children, a woman is going to run to grab all her children so she can run with her children. A man can easily actually just get up and run by himself. You understand what I'm saying? So women and children tend to suffer the most in any political drama. And right now, I think we need to all think about what is happening with our Zimbabwean women and children, with our Zimbabwean grandmothers. There are a lot of grannies that are living in the village Vega, you know, and they have no one to take care of them. We are too busy fighting against each other, degrading each other over stupid things, when we should actually be out there taking care of that, when we should be out there looking out for the women and children that are suffering at the moment, when we should be out there finding a solution to the problem that actually is existing in the country at the moment. This is not about politics. It's about the country. It's about the people of Zimbabwe. Let's forget the political drama. You understand? Let's forget the political drama. Let's think about the Zimbabweans. As Shamwari, you know what's say England, you find a very beautiful young girl. She's there at BBC. Do you know what we used to call BBC when I was in England? Do you know what BBC stands for? It's called British Bottom Cleaning. British Bottom Cleaning. You understand? Do you know how many beautiful girls and beautiful boys that are out there, British Bottom Cleaning, that should be home actually doing something proper with themselves? You understand? But they end up having to go, they're going to join a British Bottom Cleaning just so they can earn a living, just so they can send money kumbakuna maina seguru. You understand? It's just wrong. We need to actually just get together and sort this thing out once and for all. We need to actually look at this thing in a manner that only God will solve our problem. But as God is helping us solve the problem, we ourselves can also start acting. You understand?
Actually, Auntie Edith, you've actually come out with
and then we pray.
Yeah, I think you've come up with where our money should be channeled to the older people who have no kids, who are living on their own in the rural areas, are actually the most vulnerable, you know, in terms of the hurricane. If they did survive it, they would need us to give them their houses back. In a way, our money, we have to find those people who are at critical point. So we have to be lookout in the sense of, if we see something, we send people like Elias does not live far from Chimani. He lives in Mutare. So we can have him to go around and look for certain individuals within Chimani in, what's it called, Gangi, who have been affected by, is it Ganji or is it Ngani? I forgot the name, right? And then we can help those in order to rebuild their houses, you know. So we haven't got long to go. So in a way, we're defining the criteria. A lady, she had 3 kids and she lost 2 of her kids. She's only left with the 6 months. You know, and that's really bad because 3 kids and then you're left with 1. Yeah, well, someone say, yeah, it's good because she's only got 1, but it's still sad because she had to watch those kids that she had brought up just die, you know. So we are going to find that a lot of families have been, you know, maybe they'll be orphans, just 1 child left and their parents are gone. So those are the stories that I think we need to start looking at, because those are the vulnerable people who are left now in our society in Chimani. So we need to do something to alleviate that stress, or even to adopt some of those kids and make sure that their lives are much for the better, because it's not nice to lose all your parents. You know, it's not nice to be the only child, because at the moment it might not make sense, but when things settle down, we are going to find those people coming to us. You know, you just okay, Edith, I'm done. But we'll see.
I never said you're
on.
done. I never said you're done.
Okay,
I never said you're done. But you know, what you're saying, Ruramai, is very important. That basically there are a lot of people that have been orphaned. There's a lot of children that have been orphaned. There's a lot of children that have lost. You know, just losing the little belongings that you have, whether you're blanket 1 can out to 2, just losing your valuables is just the most painful thing ever. And just being there to help these people and replacing whatever it is that they'll have lost, and also just assuring them, giving them faith and hope for love, just love, period. Sometimes people don't need money in life. Sometimes one just needs love.
Need to know that you were there for them. Who's that laughing? Honestly, this is not funny.
No, just let them.
Some people think we're having a comedy.
No, leave the person. Probably they're having a meltdown. So, you know, when someone is having a meltdown, you allow them to have a meltdown. You know, the country has really turned people into some things that they were not before. Some have become megalomaniac pigs. Some have become idiots. Some have become things that you don't want to know. But at the end of the day, we choose to remain sane. We choose to remain normal. We choose to actually say, guys, there's no need to fight. There's no need to argue. There's no need to insult each other. There's just every need for us to just love one another. Love one another, you know. Just love, you know. What has happened in the last few days? It shows some love, you know. People have shown so much love. I'm overwhelmed, you know. I'm overwhelmed. You can almost tear up just thinking, could seriously Zimbabweans can be this united? Really? You know? It's an amazing thing. It shows God has actually started moving into our country. You know? Because
well, God has always been there for us. God has always been there for Zimbabwe. We were one of the blessed countries in the entire world. Someone is laughing.
Our country is one of the most blessed countries in the world. You know, our country is blessed dangerously. You know.
Yeah. And, you know, we've gone through 20 years of sanctions and we're still standing, and we are supposed to collapse years ago. You know, we're supposed to be eating each other by now. We were supposed to be eating our kids for dinner. But guess what? We're still humane. We're still humble. We have the lowest crime rate is in Zimbabwe. After all that, you know, apart from the corruption that was introduced because of poverty, but we've not killed each other like our neighbor with money. South Africa's people die more than in Zimbabwe, and they have wealth. You know,
of course.
My Kiki likes your eyes, Edith.
My Kiki, thank you, my darling. Thank you. Yeah, darling. You know. Yeah, darling.
So my Kiki is there just to be. So yeah. So in a way, we need to be grateful for where we are than being saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, the government has failed,"
Oh
because
yeah.
you know
Oh yeah.
sometimes we're
Mm.
not grateful enough to understand where we've come from and
Let
where
us
we are
just help
now.
the government, let us just help the government change the narrative of the current status quo. Zvinhu zvinonaka munyika umu in a
Yeah.
few months time vanhu mukatorohwa neana vanhu vakadonhera kuseri vakapiriguka vakadonha uku nyika yagadzirika zvekumhanya because you'll have united and actually fought for the and fought for the development of the
Yeah.
country. When you are united, you stand and you build,
Mhm.
and when you are divided, you continuously fight. And ukaona wewe wachiri kutsvaga zveruwengo zvekuswera vanhu vachitukana and whatnot guys, don't join them, don't entertain them, just let them be. And even focus on actually just bringing unity among Zimbabweans. Let us just
Yeah.
bring the love, the oneness, the unity. MDC,
Yeah.
ZANU-PF, who's that mad guy, the one that claims to be the president of Zimbabwe? What's his name again?
Ask Wilfred. Wilfred Nyangani would know. That's his president, His Excellency.
The crazy guy. The crazy guy. Even if you belong to the crazy guy's party, we are one. We are Zimbabweans to start with. Before any political party was formed, there were Zimbabweans in the country.
Hi, Eddie. Yeah, they just do not know that. It's more important to be.
kusati kwaita ZANU, kusati kwaita MDC, kusati kwaita
Hold on.
chi yange ngori Zimbabwe chete. So let's think about it that way.
Yeah. What am I doing? I want sada to eat today, so I hope they've got bones.
I miss sada as well.
There's no sada in Malaysia, but they've got lovely seafood in Malaysia.
We went to some restaurant that looked all posh and expensive and tried to eat something, and we just ended up eating rubbish.
What do they sell? I know they've got lovely Malaysian rice. And there's one we used to eat when I was at Loughborough because we had a Chinese restaurant, and they used to do something that they call.
Amaikiki is saying vanoda kuti zvigadzirike pane mwana mudiki pachigaro, not mudhara. I hear you, Maikiki, and I hear them as well, whoever is saying that. Okay, so let's give each other a chance. 4 years down the line, mwana mudiki wacho pamwana gona kuwina, but it didn't
You never know.
Come next election, guys. Come next election, guys. Let's also advocate for a woman president. Because our kids, they also understand our problems. You understand? Our kids, they understand our plight. Men sometimes
I'm going to be MP from Byron.
Right? Yeah, I think I'll also join you somewhere along the way. I'm also going to join.
Which one do you want? What seats are you aiming for?
I have my own constituency. I'm not going to mention the name because the person who's there right now will strangle me. But I might actually decide to actually take my constituency and actually also join the bandwagon. But having said that, having said that, let's just join hands. Let's just become one. Whether the young man wins the next election or a woman wins the next election, ngatimboitewo zvinhu zvakati kana kuti Mnangagwa wins the next election, it's everything is still okay. You understand? Let's just focus on the building of the country. Mnangagwa pamwe vanhu vakutomishora zvavo kabati Mnangagwa pamwe aritori nedrive yekuda kuona kuti nyika yanaka zvakanaka sei, and then
so when he dies he's left a legacy.
I think he wants to also live.
He also wants to live.
I'm sure he's going to fight to make sure that things are done properly and things are done well. Let's give him a chance, guys.
Because he's got his own grandkids. Not everyone is selfish. The only selfish people I see is oh my God. Look at this cat. It's been wanting to be my friend now. Hold on. Let me see. I can turn my camera. Can I? Hold on. Look. Can you see it? It's quite beautiful. And every time it sees me, it comes and knocks on the door. Wait till. I think it's running away because I'm showing it on camera. But it's quite chubby. But if I leave my door open, it walks in because I don't want my other cat, my lodger stole it. So I can't be friends with anyone. I can't get attached to people's cats anymore. But cats are really nice. But
go. To say something? I hate cats.
Yeah. I know, but they're lovely. Not many Africans like cats. Oh, no, look! I told you he's coming to say hi. Look. Hold on. Look. Hello. Hello. Wait. Hello. How are you doing? How are you doing? God. It was not expecting me to open the door.
Bonkers. You're totally bonkers. So you actually like cats that much?
I do. I actually like cats than dogs. You know, they're very loving and they're very loyal. Cats they actually understand who you are and can tell. My ex-boyfriend used to hate cats, so when the last cat used to come and you could see it's not me, it would just not bother to stay, you know. So if it sits me next to, I'll be like, and then we do little dances. But this one's not as clever as my Mr. Whiskers. Mr. Whiskers was very clever, but this one I think he grew up with white people because my neighbors are new. Don't park us or kunza go to kitchen rag with an English shit bed. Oh!
Oh my god.
This is actually a Scottish design of a curtain. It's not a shit bed. It doesn't matter. You can find this a material is a material. I just liked it. I've had it for now 4 years. I'm changing the whole setup, but it's not a shit bed. I like that. It's actually Scottish design. It's nothing to do with anyone. Honestly, those people who basically come and comment about my house, they don't even own a sheet bed. Do you know? Everything they have in their house, it's not theirs at all. They don't even own the bed sheet they sleep on. They don't even have a bed. The bed that they had, they inherited from a dead relative or something.
Stop it.
You know, and then that's
Stop it.
They've asked me to comment, but
Stop it.
I was only showing my cat, and then my Kiki, you see what you've done now? You took me on a different trajectory. I just wanted to show the cat. Now Mr. Cat is gone. I think it's gone back home.
Okay. You look fabulous, by the way. As I'm about to leave, because I have to pray and try and put my nyash down, and I'm also gonna come on your live anyway.
Okay.
Kiki is not stopping. Oh, Kiki, stop it, please. In Dr. Grace's words, stop it. You know, guys, one love, guys. You know, whether your face, for people like Linda Brooks and them, whether your face is as ugly as mine or as pretty as mine, whether your body is as ugly as mine or as pretty as mine, guys, we just want one love.
No, you fool.
Whether you go and say Ruramai is got a mole on her face, that mole is just the one thing that makes her look beautiful. So the tough part of it is that no matter how much you hurl insults at each other, no matter how much you insult each other, degrade each other, bring each other down, at the end of the day, it does not put money in your bank. Your bank balance will still be zero. You understand? So instead of insulting each other, instead of fighting each other, instead of saying it's not necessary.
No, it's not.
Love is the most important thing ever, you know. And sometimes I fear my kids associating with even neighbors. I fear my kids associating with even people, because people have become haters rather than lovers. And I don't want my kids to be contaminated, you know. I don't want my kids to be contaminated by hatred. What the pollution of the devil. You know, remember, Satan is here right now and he's controlling this particular system of things. You understand? Each time
Satan is the life and well on Facebook.
You know, each time that you are end up, because social media is what the devil is using right now. You understand? Social media is what the devil is using to spread his own agenda and his own gospel at the moment. Every time you do that, you voted for the devil. you have subscribed to the devil. You have actually given your
Amen.
soul to the devil. You understand? Me, I will not ever insult anybody. Me, I will not ever partake or take part in anything that pleases the devil. And I want to please God as can.
You're very spiritual at the moment. You're very spiritual. This is good.
I've always
I was trying to be spiritual the other week, but me, I can't help it because they always come after me. Every time I come and I'm thinking, you know what, let me be a bit. Don't worry about Kundi. I'm going to carry on listening to our Kundi. They'll teach me because every time I hear them talk, I'm like, this makes sense. Yeah, I can try that. And then I'm in touch with God. And next thing I know, the devil touches me. And then the devil, when he touches I defend myself. Don't worry, Rakundi. I'll come to church every night at 3 a.m. and we keep on praying.
And going to church is very important. We need to go to church, guys. We need to actually go and pray. You know, going to church is the most important thing.
I need to go to my normal church. I haven't been to my normal church, but Rakundi are my Facebook church.
I think I must become a pastor. What do you think, Pastor? I must become a pastor.
If you want to, but me, I can't be a pastor. I'm a politician. You can't be both. Only Chamisa can be a pastor.
Chamisa is a pastor and is also a politician. You can become
and
both.
Lawyer?
And a lawyer and everything else. Let's face it. For a minute. I'm not supporting Chamisa politically, but for a minute, let's look at it this way. Chamisa has accepted God in his life. Chamisa is also a politician who's actually using the Bible to rule if he ever gets to. It's actually a positive thing to see a political leader who actually wants to mix religion and politics, because maybe we're not going to have a political violence, Shoma, you know?
Yeah. She's saying, I thought you've gone to Labour already.
No.
Oh no, you only had the sex of your child.
Exactly.
And then you named the child.
The child was named a few weeks ago.
You can't do that.
Why not?
You name a child after. In Igbo land, in Nigeria, we name our kids 7 days after they're born. Remember, I'm Nigerian.
The grandmother already named the child, so basically, tough luck. I have to leave it that way. So anyway, having said that,
it's lovely. Did you want a girl or boy?
I wanted a boy. Trust me, I don't like girls. My house is full of girls. You know, my house is full of girls.
I suppose it's very balanced, because if you had a boy, it might be too emotional when you've got too many girls.
Anyway,
It's
I think
that way.
The occasion is okay. At least in Maria Pinda Mumbashawari, the more lobolas, too much lobola. Because my lobola, I will not be charging cash. Can the private jet share. As long as you park your private jet outside the house, and you know that's the lobola. So basically,
hopefully your quasha is not going to be.
And you know my girls are fine,
beautiful.
Right?
No, they're beautiful. They're fine girls.
Girls are fine.
Those are fine girls.
You understand? So I know for a fact that I'm a private jet.
Come, I'll be there. I'll be eating with you. I will be there.
Of course,
eating with you.
Where am I going to leave you now? Now you and me now.
No. Now you and me. Now you and I belong together. We're there for each other. We are.
You know me, I love you now.
Yeah. Yes, my sister. So when the campaign money, you say my younger sister is sitting over there. She also needs a cut.
Exactly. You have given me 1 cow. My sister also needs 1 cow. You know.
We'll be selling them. Even Pastor Lukau can come and find a wife.
God, Pastor Lukau, please don't. I tell God, beg you. I tell God, beg you. Me, I didn't resurrect. Me, I didn't see any resurrection. I'm not looking for resurrection, and I'm dead and buried. You know?
You don't want to. I wouldn't want to come back alive. If I die and then I see my Kiki saying, Ruramai, honestly, I'd rather be dead. My Kiki will be there now.
My Kiki, please, if you see me dead, touch my head off. Okay?
I've got banned by Pastor M.
I'm not starting, but I'm just saying I'm not going to wake up. But guys, I just have to say this, and this will be my last statement. I just have to say this. We need to stop being used by these fake pastors for all these fake miracles. Guys, we need to stop it. You know, we just need to stop it. God is going to punish us. We need to stop. Let us stop being lovers of money like that. So guys, we need to stop, you know. If they want to perform their fake miracles, let them go and perform their fake miracles by themselves. But you guys get away from it. Zimbabweans, Zimbabweans, please stay away from those. Let other people that want to become fake miracle partakers become
but Zimbabwe loves miracles. You used to
Zimbabwe,
see them, the
please
ones,
stay away from
they
the
love
fake miracles,
pastors,
you know.
maybe.
Did you know that other prophecy of Pamela, what Pamela, why? Did you know it was also
That
a
was
fake
fake.
man? That was also fake.
It was.
You know?
But
What kind of
it had
nonsense?
a logical. It was logical, but it was fake because we all know we've got that.
That was good acting, though.
You know,
That was
frenemy.
very good acting.
We had
You know,
but the way the girl said the Pamela part of it when she came on stage, that's when I realized it was fake because she went, "My friend, I'm sorry, my friend," and I was like, "Fuck that," because you know a real person would.
Me, I was
would never
quiet
say that,
all
right?
along. Me, I only became vocal when they resurrected the dead person. I was like, hey, guys.
What about when they started talking about our president, our vice president? Pastor Lukao touched on our vice president a lot.
Remember that very well. But again, look at the dead person waking up like this. Guys, let's be serious. When a person dies, the mortuary closes your mouth and closes your eyes. How does one
up like
this? Really? Guys, we've got to stop it. We just have to stop.
Apparently now he's walking around with the same shirt and trousers wherever he goes. He's not taking them off.
He's now a celebrity. At least he's now a celebrity for dying and waking up, you know. At a celebrity, people actually go for autographs and shit.
It's actually worldwide. It's actually, do you know that video? I think they made a lot of money out of it because the viewership they got that day, you know, on YouTube.
Yeah.
That could buy him another plane. Look how did well. And now Pastor Boro is so jealous. He's not taking it well.
That one is serious problems. That one he goes to heaven and comes back. That one goes to dine with God in the night and comes back. That one flies to the moon and comes back. My sister, me, I don't tire for this wahala, for this life. You know? No, I don't tire. Let me tell you something.
South Africa is full of
something. When a man of God is a true man of God, when he gives you a prophecy, if he does not come to pass, run for your life. No. Never ever get told.
But he's not supposed to give you, is it supposed to be a prophecy or is he supposed to pray for you? A prophecy won't happen because if you give a prophecy, it's not meant to happen. But
it's true.
Really, can you bypass your prophecy?
Of course, if you get prayed for, you can.
So can I go and ask him to make a prophecy that I'll be MP from Barre and then everyone will vote for me?
Which of the pastors? Which of them? Before I start screaming. Not Mboro, please, I beg you. And not Lukao, please, I beg you.
I can go to my Gaia or the other one and see if he can go, young lady, come here.
So if you ever noticed, there's always a New Year's team in every church. The New Year's team that we are going to become millionaires, we are going to become billionaires. My sister, if a prophecy comes to you, it must surely come to pass. If it doesn't come to pass, run from that prophet. It's not real.
Okay. But what if I want to influence people?
And again, let's stop running. And again, let's stop running after miracles and prophecies and all this. You know, because I want to be honest, because today I have a special guest who visited me, who is my pastor as well, who's here. So basically,
he's in Malaysia.
Yes, he's in Singapore. So me, truthfully, I don't pray, I get prayed for. Okay. So I pray a lot. But when you are a child of God, you believe in God, God speaks to the men of God, like the Bible says, and they speak a word in your life and it surely comes to pass. If it does not come to pass, then hey, you're doomed. But I'm thinking of becoming a pastor, Ruramai. Imagine you and me starting a church, Rura. You and me.
It won't work.
Hey, it will.
Not with me.
It will. We can actually be very good Christians.
I'm not very good at manipulating people, though, because church, you need to understand psychology.
You don't manipulate. You preach the real word of God.
I saw you, but Angel on Facebook Live the other day. I was shocked, my sister. I was so shocked. You know, I was like, is this what God does? You know, Hubert Angel is an example of the Bushiri and the Lukao and the lot. And that's what people now think is Christianity. It needs to come, you know, when you meet a man of God, there's some air and awe about them.
Ruramai.
Yeah.
Ruramai. My sister, advice.
Yeah.
And do my prophets no harm. And
yeah.
Let us stop right there. Let us talk about politics.
My mom is from Byron.
Okay. No, it makes sense.
My dad is from Byron.
Makes sense.
And you know, so in the sense of, and guess who am I taking the seat off from?
Who?
Starman Chamisa.
Who?
Starman Chamisa.
Really?
Chamisa's younger brother.
Can I be your campaign manager for Mbare? Because in Mbare candidate can I come?
Yes, you can. It's a good challenge because he's done nothing. He doesn't even know Mbare. Every time he's mentioned, he goes, oh my God.
No.
That's what he says.
Don't worry. Just talk to me and I'll take you in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because by then
yeah.
And the good thing, Barry is a swing city. It can go anyway. Signora says who thinks of this names is usually.
I read these names. No, but it's true though. The names are obviously always so funny.
Idai, love. Idai, accept, really. I think it could mean anything. It doesn't mean love. Idai in Shona is very. Shona has got too many meanings. It could mean love. It could say acceptance.
Okay.
It could be take. It could be, I don't know. Kamuchirai means accept as well. But idai could be the same word. Isn't it? Are you there? Let's go then. You go to sleep and then you come back and then you can join me later on. Because I need to. I'm not even thinking of where to go. I need to go out.
I have to pray before I sleep. When you go live, just call me before you go live so that I can also watch. I'm gonna put my phone on loud so I can actually hear you. And I'll put it right by my side so that when you ring, I can hear the ring. I will also want to listen to whatever is happening on your page today. And guys, my guys, thank you very much for watching. We love you lot, guys. One love, one Zimbabwe.
I love your straight hair though. Is that Brazilian or what is it?
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Nice
I like the yeah, because it's got the flow, but I like the hair. It's nice because I don't do straight hair that often, but I like this. It's a good thing.
So I've actually done a crazy 30. I've actually done a crazy 30-inch length.
Glamorous, very glamorous. I like me liking this. You know, I can't do 30-inch hair. I'm quite lazy.
Wait for a few more months. I
can't do 30. What you're going to do? I can't. The maximum I'll go for is 22.
No, wait for a few more months. I'll be free. I will be free
from your leg problems.
Not only my leg problems, from every problem. You know, I'll be a free person. I'll be able to wear my tight dresses, my tight skirts, my what, my
You just, but Sister Edith, you still have not managed to get your husband to do me a dress. So I'm still waiting, and I'm like, where's my dress? My sister is organizing a dress
You're
for me.
supposed to be coming to Dubai, so when you come to Dubai, you'll have your dress.
Okay, just one dress for your sister or your favorite sister, your only sister, you know, and that's about it. My Kiki is not getting a dress because she's too talkative sometimes, you know, but we just have to take her for who she is.
My Kiki, we love you. I've got to go. As you know,
Yeah.
it's been a long while since I've come live on Facebook. I'm okay. But now I'm going to be coming quite alone. Hey, Lady Celine, how are you? I've missed you. I've missed you, Lady Celine. Anyway, guys, I've missed you guys a lot. I'm going to try and come much more these days because
Yeah.
don't forget, I'm actually still campaigning for children living with AIDS. And I'm not next door paying you. Go and give the child food, go and give the child love, go and just extend a hand of care and love to a child living with HIV and AIDS. Please, guys. These kids are the forgotten kids. Children living with HIV and AIDS are forgotten. Let us please bring back the attention to the children that are living with HIV and AIDS. You understand? These kids.
So how do you find those kids though? How do you find those kids?
In the community, unotongoona vanenge vachirwara kana kuti unotaura nevabereki kana kuti ukaenda paclinic chaipo unotoziva kuti ava pane vana ava vanenge vachirwara and you help. They, you know,
okay, remind me next time when I go to Zimbabwe.
Atiba zvekupanana mari toda kuti tika-identify kuti mwana ari kurwara ari pakati toenda ipapo tonosapota mwana ipapo nechikafu. You go there, you adopt one child, you know, adopt one child, every single person. Tora one mwana kana two vanokwanisa kupawo chikafu vari kurwara nechirwere chinonzi HIV kana kuti AIDS, because these kids, they are the forgotten kids. Vanhu vavakanganwa vana ava. And we love them. I love them to bits. I could adopt all of them and live with all of them under one roof, you know. If
maybe I need to adopt kids.
If I was
I need to adopt them and bring them.
Another thing, guys, let's stop trying to chase money and becoming billionaires when our people are dying in our countries. Ana Dangote, ana Chakuchakuchi, just to name a few, ana Striver. Please, my billionaire and society. Let us save the children. Let us save the children. Save women and children. Women that are suffering from any form of problem.
Yeah, not just to go for crisis management. Let's just start in our communities as well.
In our communities, let's feed the child who is suffering from HIV and AIDS. Let's give counseling to the family.
Yeah.
And above
I'm looking for socks now.
One love, guys. One love. Me, I just want you guys to exercise one love. Beat MDC, ZANU-PF, PPF, Broadcasting, Orange Party, whatever the political party, we are one. One Zimbabwe, one love,
if only.
one people. Okay. And we love you, and we will always love you. And you heard it from here first. One love movement for Zimbabwe. One love. No matter where you come from. One love. Movement for love in Zimbabwe. Movement for love. Zimbabwe. God bless Zimbabwe and every other Zimbabwean in Zimbabwe.
Apparently, I love ZANU more than Zimbabwe, which is not true, actually.
Zimbabwe is more important.
Okay. What time is it now? Because I don't even have a watch.
Now it's very late. Where I am, it's 12:30 midnight. I don't know what time it is where you are.
Anyone got watch? Because I'm going to miss this people now. Because I think I.
Okay. All right. We've got to go to Ruramai. I've got to go as well. Guys, love you to bits. Love one another. Stop insulting each other. And stop taking screenshots of my picture. Becoming Satanist.
Have you seen how they actually go and the effort? what makes me laugh, Edith, is like they'll take a screenshot of you doing something and commenting and saying, look at her lips, look at this, look at that. And then you go to that person, you actually go, honestly, does that person actually look at themselves before they actually look at you?
Unoona munhu anenge aine fesi inenge yatsikwa nebhazi akatokomenta kuti he vakashata sere. Sikanaka musada kusina tisiye zvedu musati hatidi nemashoko edu. Nhasi zuva rekucelebrata love iri muZimbabwe, nhasi zuva rekucelebrata one love, and nhasi zuva rekuti we want to create one love movement for Zimbabwe, one love movement yerudo chete, rudo, you know, zvine kaumwari mwari mukati, so zvine kaumwari mwari mukati.
Yeah, so go and pray.
Vanonyengetera vachinyengetera, vanotamba vachitamba, you know, vanotuka vachituka. Isi tongokuimbira zvedu tati isati gumbuke, hatigumbuke isu.
Actually, you're a good singer, you know that.
Really? Unofana kundoona nchimba singajombo tiende, singajombo tiende mfana. Politics kana. Wakanga Mbare Chimurenga Choir. You want to go and be in Mbare when you can't even remember Mbare Chimurenga Choir?
I don't even know who they are.
Those are the people you need to find in Mbare if you want to win that constituency.
I will find them. We'll find them. We're going to prove a point that we're proper politicians this year. 2023.
Let's start. I'm with you on that one, and I'm 100% going to go after whichever constituents I'm going to go after. I'm 100% with you on that one, you know. Gati join my political structures, but not shows who's going to attack my structures for 5 years. Gati join my structures as you need before it's too late, you know.
So what structure do I join?
You need and I don't know when you come off this live, call me, then I'll give you someone to speak to. Wojoin uruside kune chaunga kwacho cheko woenda kusero kune chaunga.
Oh, okay. But I'll come back after because I need to get this earphones online and then leave my phone charging because I think I don't even have a lot of time. Because I don't want to spend the whole evening. I need to go and meet up with people first and then come back and then we can discuss about the cell and so forth.
Yeah, I think I'm actually. What time is it in Africa right now? What time is it in Zimbabwe?
Nobody knows because I don't walk around with a watch.
Yeah, I don't.
I can look at my phone, but that will cut you off. But I've got messages.
Darling, Signoro Maitabasa Mauya, Tagarira, thank you very much. Mukaro, thank you very much. Blessing, thank you. Everybody else, you know we love you. Lady Celine, you shocked me today. I love you anyway. Vanudama screenshots. It's only me.
Actually, I like the way your skin looks really cool. It's like it's natural. It's like you've not made an effort to look nice. And your face is quite with the hair. You look better in long hair. You just don't do that short hairstyle. Remember when you used to have like short hairstyle? This is nice. I like this.
Thank you.
Don't do any more short hair. Don't want to see you in short hair.
I promise.
It's more glamorous. Don't do short hairstyles. Leave them for somebody else.
It's just a few more months shy and I'll be okay. And then I go after my new look. Shamari odrop yangu nyowani yakatoshipengera zvayo. Takutogadzira kuyazoti pamberi nejongwe.
Okay. We'll see.
Pamberi nejongwe. Wakambonzwa song yaimbo ere kudhara.
Which one is this now?
Everyone
knows that.
Shoko rimwe ravakatiudza. That's a joke of voucher.
I don't know.
Anyway, Ruramai, guys, nasi ndingokumbirawo zvangu. It's a special request from me to all you guys that are watching, wherever you are. Okay.
Let's go on X Max because it rings like my phone.
Wherever you are, guys, there's a song that I normally sing myself. You know, I used to sing this song a lot whenever I feel down. I used to sing this song a lot when I lost my mother. I used to sing a lot, you know. And this song is a very wonderful song for the people that are that have suffered their losses in Chimani Mani with this leader. Those that know it can actually sing in your hearts. You know, who hey, my kids sing better than me, you know. So here is how it goes. I don't know if you know this song. You know, Tino kudaizaishe furaine pano. Tino kudaizaishe furaine pano.
It's not
Tino
Huyaine Pano.
kudaizaishe furaine pano. Ishe
Oh, I say
ishe wangu
Huyaine Pano.
furaine pano. Ishe wangu kune vakanetsa ishe. Ishe wangu kune vakaremerwa. Vari kunhuya kwakumana vakaremerwa kumana. Let's just sing along with them. Let's sing for them and let's pray for them and ask God to be with them throughout this whole trying period. Like a person loses 2 children, that's not an easy thing for a person to lose children. I cannot imagine what would happen to me if I lost a child, you know. I don't even want to think about it, you know. So in the spirit of love and one love and godly love, guys, let's just pray with these guys. Let's just sing with them. Let us console them in their time of sadness, and let us also be with them in their time of need, in whichever way, shape, or form that we can, you know. Again, we want to create the movement One Love for Zimbabwe. One Love, whether you're MDC, ZANU-PF, we need to take away the syndrome of actually down talking each other. We need to take away the syndrome of destroying the country with spreading malicious rumors, malicious gossip, with spreading all sorts of fake news in order to just tarnish the image of the country, or in order to tarnish the image of a particular political party. It's not necessary. If there's one thing I've learned from Emerson Mnangagwa, it's just one. No matter how much you insult that man, he always keeps quiet. No matter how much you punch him in the face, he remains quiet. If there's one thing that I've learned and that I want to learn and take away from Emerson Mnangagwa, is silence is golden. You know, when you slap me on the cheek, I give you the other one, you slap it. If you feel good about yourself at the end of the day, then do feel good. If not, tough luck. But I choose love, you know, I choose peace, I choose understanding, I choose a path where only God will want me to go through. I choose a path where no other person, because narrow is the gate that leads to heaven, but wide is the one that leads to hell. I don't want a wide road. I want a narrow road. Means one my face on but I get to the promised land. And we can only get to the promised land if we stop the bullshit of insulting each other. We can only get to the promised land if we join hands and become one and one love. Guys, the movement is One Love for Zimbabwe.
One Love. Yeah.